two, three, four.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gaming Central. Today it's me and Jack here ranking all the different seasons of Fortnite Battle Royale. Now
Yo.
we did not. Well, we'll say we did not include the latest season because for some reason this tier list doesn't have it. But honestly, we can all agree that this season is pretty bad. So I don't think it necessarily deserves to be on this tier list at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jack, you can start off with the first one.
Yes. I don't. This is a really goofy order. I did not make this, but starting off with the pretty record-breaking season for like the first month, Chapter 2, Season 1. This one was very very controversial, if you will, because of the new map, the new kind of, we had like new mechanics, we had swimming. We had some new POIs, some old ones returning. It was a pretty fun first season, except for the fact that it dragged on for about like 4 months. I can't really remember. It was a really long season. It was like 161 days, if I'm probably wrong there, but somewhere around there. It was not terrible though. Definitely was enjoyable for the first little bit, and then towards the end, it was just like, okay, bro, let's get a new thing going. It was pretty mid.
Well, luckily, we got the good news is our prayers were answered, as next season we got to one of the most iconic Fortnite seasons, I think, of all time.
Yes.
Chapter 2, Season 2, aka the Spy Season, which introduced some of the like mechanics that people have been begging to actually have like normalized, because the one thing is we have bosses, like actual like normal bosses that you could fight for mythic weapons. There wasn't like really any like they were also like any like crazy mechanics to defeat them. They didn't have any like crazy abilities either. The only craziest thing is that they had an OP weapon, they had some henchmen protecting them, and they had a lot more health
Yeah.
than the average player. And not to mention they were controlled by AI. Obviously, there was some controversy of the AIs being a bit too overpowered. However, I could definitely say that it was a goated season. It was a really good season.
Yes, agree. With everything there. Next up, we have Chapter 2, Season 3. Now, this one was not as goated as Season 2. We still had the mythic boss thing going on. We had Jules at the Authority. We had Kit at like the Kit corner place, and that's really only I can remember. The map was flooded, and then over the weeks, it started unflooding, if you will, and we didn't really get anything crazy. I mean, I guess we got sharks, but really, who was using sharks after this season? It wasn't crazy. It was nothing great, but it was still pretty good. It was way better than Season 1, but it was still it just kind of dragged on.
And now we have another really good season. I mean, I think I would say goated because it was definitely good, but there was still many problems with it. Number one, obviously we have Fortnite, Chapter 2, Season 4, aka the Marvel season. It was definitely a good one. I will definitely say, definitely put in the goated tier. But it did also have its problems as well, because people are complaining there are way too many mythics in the game. Way too many. And I can very much agree. Half of them, I didn't even know what they did.
Yeah.
And the other half were either really good or really useless.
Yeah, half of them were useless. Like the Black Panther one. What else was there? There was the She-Hulk.
The group ball was literally broken. It was removed like a week into the season because it was buggy.
There was this glitch where like your teammate would like jump on the group ball and it would send them like flying across the map. That's what I remember. I think that happened
on day one of the season. Certain people couldn't purchase the battle pass.
I couldn't buy the battle pass. Yeah, when it came out. Now, but yeah, it was pretty glitchy, but it was still a very enjoyable one. Okay, Chapter 2, Season 5. We have, like, the bounty hunter thing going on, like, the sand people. This is where, like, the story kind of started getting into gear here. But that's really all I remember from this season. I know the sand tunneling was awesome, But
And then they
it was
removed it.
it was vaulted the whole season because it was broken. I can't really remember why. I think there was like the invisibility glitch.
Yeah, it was like an
Which is why they kind of
use like a harpoon and while
yeah.
you're
If you
singing
shot the
song,
harpoon like as you were going in, you were like invisible. We obviously had like the Mandalorian sniper and the jetpack, which the jetpack was terrible. The sniper was kind of cool, but that's really all that was kind of offered. We had like the Hunter's Haven POI, which was like awesome. I don't know why they got rid of it.
Oh, they
Oh,
also gave us. I forgot. They also gave. This was the season they gave. Season they gave us NPCs, right?
what?
They gave us like NPCs. This is where they gave us.
Oh
like,
yeah,
exotic
the like where you could buy from the people. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
your mic was just kind of not there. But anyways, was not a terrible season. It wasn't mid either. It was pretty enjoyable for the most part. I would say it was a pretty good season.
Oh boy.
But, oh boy.
We got a controversial one.
Yeah.
Chapter 2, Season 6.
Oh god.
Primal.
Primal. Yeah.
I will say, looking back on it, I know people are like, "Oh, this was like the worst season of Fortnite ever," but now we're in Chapter 5 now, and we've had some rough seasons. So looking back, like personally, I don't think it was all that horrible.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like it was. I mean, it's a bad season, but it wasn't like at least anymore. It's not the worst season ever. Like
think-
it's no longer.
I think the
It wasn't
crafting
horrible.
the crafting was a pretty nice idea.
Nice mechanic, but
The
they
only
didn't
thing
really-
I didn't really like about it was the map and the guns. Like when you would drop like the bony tilted towers or whatever, and you got a makeshift revolver as your first gun, and some other guy got
That's
like
a
a
GG
pump,
for you.
you were
It's
cooked.
a GG for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, the loot pool was bad,
yeah,
but I think overall it wasn't a horrible.
yeah. It wasn't horrible, but it was pretty bad.
It was still pretty. It was pretty bad. Yeah.
But next up we have Chapter 2, Season 7. This one was
The
better
amazing
than Season 6. This was like the Season 1. We got the UFOs, what else? We got the cow. What was the cow called? The inflatable. That was really fun.
That was a fun night.
We also had like the Chimera ray gun. We had the mini
Well, we had the
game.
railgun.
Oh, the
We
rail.
had the
The
railgun.
railgun was OP, bro. And the recon scanner. That was like a goated combo.
It was an
And then we had the
combo.
UFO like mini live event, like when you went to like the certain POI, and then you got like raid into the big UFO, and you had to do the mini games, and you had to get like
Oh,
all
yeah,
the
good.
coins, the orbs.
Yeah.
But overall, it was not terrible. It was a pretty fun and enjoyable season. I would say it's a pretty good season. Right behind, actually, I'd probably put it in front of Season 5.
All right. Next up, we got another pretty controversial one. We
Yeah.
got Chapter 2, Season 8. It was all Cube themed, all Kevin themed. It was an interesting experience. Let's just say you had to be there
Yeah.
to experience the weirdness and the really goofiness of the season.
Really, the
This
only
is where they decided to put the Fortnite story into overdrive. Like they just full on pedal to the metal, just did some crazy stuff with the story. This was the season where actually no, this wasn't the actual season, but this was the season we had the live event where we saw Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh yeah.
Forever an iconic moment.
That was like one of the best live events too.
It was a really good
I think
live
that's what
event.
carried the season. But also we had like the Venom Carnage
The
mythic
Venom
thing.
stuff that was weird. I
It
did
was
not
like it was. I think it was. I can't really remember everything about it, but I just remember it being
like
kind
a
of
harpoon. It
yeah.
was like a mythic harpoon.
And it did like
basically.
60 damage when like you got him, like when you brought him close to you.
Yeah, it
But
was weird.
that's really all I remember.
Yeah, it was pretty
The
cool.
Kevins and like the I don't even remember what the map was like. I think there was like the Kevin like launcher things, but that's really all I remember. It was pretty mid.
It was pretty
Season 1 was better. But now we have return of some of the good seasons. Chapter 3, Season 1. Obviously we had the Spider-Man mythics. We had Dwayne the Rock on the map with his mythic MK7. We also had the Daily Bugle. We had what was that one drop spot that we always went? I can't remember what it's called now. Coney. That's right. Coney Crossroads. That's right. But overall, I think it was for me the best season of the chapter. By far,
Yeah.
it was a pretty good. I would say top of good season.
All right, next up we have another controversial one. Wow, what a shocker!
What a shocker!
Another controversial season. It's the one season where Fortnite once again took the story and put it on the accelerator. Next thing you know, we're in a World War type situation. They gave us tanks. That's all I'm gonna say. They gave us tanks.
Oh, the
It's
tanks.
totally not broken at all.
I think
And then they
they
removed building.
yeah.
They removed building in this season. Like for halfway through the season, they removed building, which let's just say was I don't think anyone.
I hated it for the first for however long.
People hated it, but then they realized, holy crap, this is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, because there aren't any
Because now
sweats.
because when they brought it back, when they did no building, so many people came back.
Yeah.
Which was honestly incredible. And then next thing you know, it became a core game mode. Overall, it was a mid-season, but it was revolutionary because they
Yeah.
gave us the no mode.
I don't remember. I don't really remember the loot pool. I remember we had the Stinger SMG. I think that was actually season 1. But we had the battle bus and stuff. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Oh god, these two are gonna definitely be terrible. But Vibin, this was the one with the big tree. And we had that weird live event after this season that was literally 2 seconds. Maybe it was after season 4. But I remember this was the introduction to that tree man person. Can't remember who it was, but I don't.
It was bad.
It was terrible.
Next up, we have Paradise.
Yeah.
This is Chapter 3, Season 4. I will say it was better than Vibin. I will definitely say that.
Yeah.
It was 1,000 times better. I don't remember much except they gave us that cool goo gun thing.
Yeah.
Chapter 1.
We also had the chrome rifle and the chrome
I
shotgun.
didn't mind those. I actually didn't mind those.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
I think
It was better than Vibin.
Yeah.
But I think it was worse than season 2. But it wasn't that bad. Except put it in mid, I guess, bottom of mid, probably around. Yeah.
Okay.
But also one last thing. This doesn't. I mean, it kind of affects the rating, but the live event at the end was absolutely horrific.
Yeah.
It was horrific.
We had
It was,
we had a minute and a half of live event and then 25 of mini games.
mini games. It was a fetch quest
Yeah.
live event. It was terrible.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it wasn't all that bad.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I mean, I guess this is kind of where the story started to fall apart. After the 7 got literally consumed by silver chrome. But yeah. Anyways, next up we have another pretty good season 1. We have chapter 4, season 1. This is when we had the Citadel and all that kind of crap. We had the Shockwave Hammer. We had the Excalibur, which was a very OP and very fun sniper shotgun to use. I still don't know why I use shotgun ammo.
I don't understand either, but it was definitely.
It was definitely a very memorable season. It was also it was a really good season 1, but chapter 3 season 1 was still better than it. But it had its ups. And I remember
Oh wait.
No, sorry, you can go.
Okay. Next up we have what is this chapter? We're in chapter 4 now.
Yeah.
All right. Season 2, probably one of the, if not the most forgettable seasons.
Yeah.
I think
I think
ever.
the only thing we had was Mega City.
Like yeah, it was mega. It was like Cyberpunk. It was Cyberpunk 2077 or whatever the hell the game's
Yeah.
called. In Fortnite, basically, we had it. I mean, it wasn't. It was mid. It was mid. There was just nothing I can
Yeah.
remember that
Nothing
season
good.
at all.
We had like the what was that? It was the shockwave sword. That was like the shockwave kind of.
All the katana.
Yeah, the
thing,
katana.
That
I
thing was OP.
It
but
was really it was OP for movement. Damage wise, not very good.
yeah. But it was still,
Next up, we have Wilds, Chapter 4, Season 4. Again,
yeah.
like with this one, don't really remember anything. I do remember that there was the temple that you could that you didn't have to do any of the puzzles for. Like you could break a wall and you could skip
Oh yeah,
all the
we did
puzzles.
that. We did like that.
Yeah, until they patched it, but they left that in the game for like a solid month, and they
No,
didn't
that
even
was-
bother to fix it until
That
they
was
were
like
like.
that was like the one fun thing
Yeah.
about the season. Was just the
And
X.
yeah, I mean there was like the Transformer guy, which I never wear. There was like all this crap. This is where Fortnite kind of started to like die down a little
Fall.
bit. Yeah, it started to fall. It was not memorable at all. It was a bad season, but it was. I mean, honestly, I think season 6 was better.
Yeah, it was a worse primal.
Yeah.
Next
Next
up we
now,
have-
yes. Oh frick,
Is-
my bad.
yeah.
I think I also said season 4. I meant chapter 4, season 3. My bad.
Next up, we have the second spy, but this one's technically heist. Epic Games was remembering the good old days of Chapter 2, Season 2, and we're like, you know what? Let's bring it back. And then they bring it back, and for like five days, everyone was in love with it, and then everyone got bored just as quick. It was interesting. I mean, it was not bad. It wasn't the best of was this chapter 4? I think
Chapter
actually,
4.
yeah, it was definitely not the best of chapter 4, but it was definitely not the worst. I would put it as a mid-season.
Yeah.
I again just do not remember much from it.
All right, next up we have frick, what is this? This is chapter 5, season 1, I believe. Underground. This is when we got the like the mantle parkour thing, which I never.
The movement.
Yeah. We also
The
got
movement.
the train. We got the new map. This was a pretty good season. We got like Oscars, mythics. We got we had
Peter
like the
Griffin.
we got
Peter
Peter at Snooty Steps. Yep. Which I don't think
Peter
is on the
Griffin.
map anymore, is it?
I think the POI is.
It
But like,
yeah.
it's different.
But
It's different.
because I don't really play pubs. But anyways, yep. Underground was definitely not memorable, but it wasn't terrible. It was. I think for me it was top of mid, because it was pretty fun to play, but still kind of boring.
Next up, we have honestly the best season I think Chapter 5, at least so far, has offered us.
Yeah.
Chapter 5, Season 2, the God season. They gave us a lot of fun stuff, and they gave us a lot of broken stuff. That's basically season 2. That's basically season 2 in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Good but broken.
Let's see.
They gave
We had
us-
like the Zeus
us the wing.
Thunderbolt. Oh yeah,
They
the Icarus
they gave us the-
wings.
They gave us the Chains of Hades, which was like broken for like a whole week. It was like a noob's best friend.
Yeah.
This was like the one season other than you know what after season 3. This was like the one season I did not play a whole lot of.
Yeah.
I think I played a lot of ranked because I don't know why I was so invested in ranked for some reason, but I never played like normal pubs. I just played a lot of ranked.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it was I think it's above season 1, but still in mid tier.
Or next up we have Fortnite OG. This is a goated season. Even though it only lasted like a month, I remember I was at the day it came out. I was at state for this Illinois state cross country meet, and oh my god, I was dying. I was like, oh my god, I need to get home and play this right away. November 4th, I believe, is when it came out. November 3rd, November 4th.
Around that.
I remember I was like watching like the update videos. I think I told Camden to go live. I can't really remember.
Yeah.
But it was
a good season.
it was
I
great. It was
liked
great. We had like all the old guns back. We had the old map. It was really memorable.
a very good one. And next up, for some reason, now we have Chapter 1. For some reason, all the way in the back, I guess saving the best for last, we have Season 0. This is Season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Season 1. Season 1, a.k.a. when this whole train wreck of a game began. I will say, though, Chapter 1 is probably the best chapter,
Yeah.
I think. Chapter 2 was probably second best.
Mm-hmm.
I think it just goes in order. Like,
Yeah.
each chapter
Well,
goes in order.
yeah. Actually, I mean, honestly, I think Chapter 5 is better than Chapter 4.
Yeah, I can be on board
Yeah.
with that one, I think.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, great.
It's where it all started.
Yeah.
You know, the game was still little itty baby, but it was still definitely, I think, a good season. I think putting it
Top.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up we had Season 2. This is when I started playing. I mean, honestly, it was great. I remember I was also literally the biggest bot ever. This was when we had, like, the Battle Pass, I think, right? Or was that Season 3?
This is where Battle Pass came in.
Okay.
This was where Battle Pass, yeah.
I don't really remember, but I didn't buy the Battle Pass. I just remember having fun, being a noob. It was, I think a lot of people really enjoyed
Good
Season
time.
2. It was a pretty good season.
Next up, we have Season 3, which I would probably say is goated, mainly because it was just a great time. It was
Yeah.
this is where the game really began, like, to skyrocket.
Honestly,
Like,
I think second.
everyone-
I think this might be the best. Like, Season 2 for me might be the best season of all time, but I think Season 3 is a close second.
Yeah, because this is like a very iconic season, because this is where, like, everyone was playing it.
Yeah.
This is where it was, like, at its all-time peak. They gave us the off-brand John Wick, which is forever immortalized as a meme for,
Yes.
like, almost all of Chapter 1. But it was definitely a good,
Mhm.
very, very good season.
I think this might have been the Battle Pass season.
No, chapter.
Are we
probably
sure
not
it was
chapter-
season? I think it was. I think I'm comfortable saying it was Season 2, but Season
I
3.
know. Yeah, because Season 2 gave us the Black Knight.
Yeah, that's right. Next up we have the first superhero season, Chapter 1, Season 4. This was not Rocket season. I think it was Season 3 the Rocket live event.
This was Rocket season.
This
No,
was?
wait, no, it wasn't. No, wait, was it? I don't
No,
know.
well, because Season 4 was like when we had like the villain's lair.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was the live event season. This was the one where like we had like the villain secret base. We also had like the mansion for the
Yeah.
good guys. This was also a really great season, the OG superhero season. Don't really remember a lot from it though. I didn't really play Season 4 a lot. This is when I was kind of like doing like the frickin' Minecraft era for me. But you know, still pretty fun.
Next up, we have Season 5. I don't remember. I know it was a good season. I know this was a good season.
Yeah.
I just don't remember much.
This is when I started playing like a little bit more. We had like
added in
drift.
They gave us they gave us golf carts, like,
Yeah.
one of the first vehicles. They gave us rifts, which was great mobility. This is where we were first introduced to Kevin, aka the start of, I guess, the
Yeah.
Fortnite storyline, I guess you can say. Before it all went to hell and got insane.
I think this is when we got like the Viking boat.
yeah, this is-
Which we also got like I can't really remember. Bro, this was like 6 years ago. I'm kind of going dark here, but Season 5 was a goated season.
Yeah, it was a good-
Definitely really really nice. Next up we have Season 6. I think this was the first season we had Fortnite mares.
yeah.
We had like this was when the zombies came out. This is when we got like that really OG Halloween trailer with the cowboy skin and the bus, and he's like, "What the hell's going on?" This is when I really started playing. I was going to buy the Battle Pass this season, but then I forgot to because I was gonna buy it at the end, and then I never did. But Season
Yeah.
6 was really well laid out, I believe. We had like Paradise Palms. I think that was Season 5.
Love
but
season 5. Yeah.
but Paradise Palms was always my landing spot in season 6. Overall though, this one, I think
put it in.
yeah, top a good season.
All right, next up, season 7. Oh, this is one of the first, I think, controversial seasons
Yeah.
in games history. Was season 7, the ice / Christmas themed season. They added in the Infinity Blade. We all know, for anyone who played season 7,
Yep.
I actually did not play season 7. But for anyone who did play season 7, I'm pretty sure that was a terrific time for you guys.
It was terrific. We had the Infinity Blade, the Xing, of course, Mongrel. We had the plains. We had Polar Peak. We had the frozen Greasy Grove.
Did we have there was like a pretty really crappy live event?
Oh yeah, the Ice King,
Yeah.
freaking snowstorm. Yeah, it was a really great season though. It was fun to play with the ice and the loot pool. It was
Really
definitely a really good season. Next up, we have Camden's first season of the game, season 8.
Yeah, I'm not that OG, but you know what? I'm still a chapter 1. I'm still a chapter 1.
Yes, we had what? We had the frickin'
Pirates. This was Pirate Theme.
Yeah, what was it? We had the
gave us
Pirates
Peely.
Cove.
They gave us Peely in this season.
Peely. We had frickin' Sunny Steps.
Yeah.
We had
Pirate ship.
yep, the pirate. Yeah, what was that?
The volcano.
Oh, we did get the volcano this season. The volcano was really fun. This one was definitely a goated season. For me at least. It was really fun.
Next up, another fairly controversial one, at least I think if I remember correctly. Season 9. This is where they gave us, I think, the combat shotgun.
Yes.
And everything was futuristic theme.
Neo Tilted and Mega Mall.
Yep. This one was a fairly controversial one, I'm pretty sure. Because they got rid of the pump this season, and then they gave us the combat shotgun, which I know is broken, but in a bad way. When it first came out, they gave us the drum shotgun. Hey,
damn.
All I gotta say for that, drum shotgun. But they did do a really good job for one thing: the live event. The robot versus monster is honestly iconic. It's an iconic event. The season itself was not iconic, I don't think.
I think the live event is what gets a good season, honestly.
Yeah, live event was what made it a pretty decent season.
Yeah. And last but not least, probably the most controversial season of all time in Fortnite's history, Season X. Don't really need to explain myself here. We had Loot Lake with the whole 0 point thing. We had the mechs. Oh God.
Mechs.
Don't even give me the amount of clips I've seen of people yelling and swearing at their TVs. Courage JD. We had Nick A30, Cypher, all these guys. What else do we have? We had the starry. Oh yeah, the black hole event. We'll get to that later. But we had that starry POI, where you got the stars. You would get a gun, and half the time they'd be legendary. We also had the taco time at Greasy Grove. I know Mongrel loved that. Taco time. But anyways, yeah, this season was. People didn't really like it. It was still really iconic though, with the black hole event.
But for a bad reason. It was iconic for a bad reason.
Obviously, with the black hole event, when people had to stare at a black hole for 2 days, that really got people worried. People spending all this money on this game and it's just gone. But then we got season 1. But anyways, season X, I think it was better than season 9, but not by a large margin.
Yeah.
Whew. Well, after 28 minutes, that's gonna do it. The Fortnite all-season tier list, excluding this season. This season, I put in mid, honestly, though.
I would put it in
The
I put
cars.
it in a bad season. I put it in a
It's not
bad.
terrible. We got reload. I think that's what carried it.
That saved it. That
Yeah.
saved the most.
Anyways, that's really gonna do it. Yeah. Camden, you have any final words?
Subscribe.